James, how you feeling? What, are you ready for some Counter-Strike?
I'm ready, man. This is going to be an exciting game coming to Vertigo. We're going to have an A rush, so fast A pistol.
All right, we love a fast A pistol. Let's see. Modesty, only one. And actually, it's a great debut for Entropiq in the pistol round. There was only 2 players here. Admittedly, Alexi's still kind of like lost in the sight. They don't know about him, but he's going to be hard-pressed to play into this one too much. Instead, just backs out to play retake.
Stick down. There's a flank. Forest is on the big wrap in through B. Alexi's trying to get involved, and Hunter's Julies do something. NickelBack picked up. That's going to move him in. Smoke on the bomb. Alexi's got a kit, but he's very low. Single shot will take him out of the round, and Forest is here to give him exactly that. Backstab. Now JACKZ getting run down, and Entropiq keep up the pressure. They don't back up and play safe, but that might be their demise. 2 kills come in an instant. Hunter's got the kit. It's a fake, and they still kill Lackey. Enough time for the defuse, and that is a sweaty one.
Yeah, so Jez, I've always been curious, right? We talk about dual Berettas a lot, and don't get me wrong, we're gonna get more into like the minutiae of Counter-Strike, but as an actual pro, give me your thoughts on the dualies. You a dualie appreciator?
I'm an appreciator personally. I think it depends on the player. I think some of the players in my team are absolutely horrendous at it, and some of them are goats. You know, see Simple using it, see Hunter obviously. So I think if you play with them enough and you get good at them, they can be very, very strong, especially with the 30 bullets.
More ammo is just better.
Yeah. That's why the Bison, as we all know, probably the best gun in the game, right?
So your opening game here at Pro League, of course, was against G2. Yep. You took him to double digits on Inferno. What was it like playing up against m0NESY?
It was awesome, because I've always looked up to him, obviously, as a player. So yeah, it was good fun. He's crazy, you know. He would just peek a corner, and you don't see it when you see the X-ray, but when you're in game, he's the quickest at peeking, especially when he has that AWP in his hands. You
even you showed us a photo last night. You met NiKo at an airport a few years ago. Yeah,
I did. Yeah, back in 2019, I got to meet him, and I remember saying in 2019, you know, I want to come back and play in, you know, a pro tournament. So
yeah, sure.
Here I am. Sure. Exactly.
And then you did. That's the coolest part.
And I got to play against him. So yeah, it's amazing.
Oh my goodness, CRAD's just done something here. This was meant to be a G2 round. We're just kind of, you know, like, we're having a little chat over the top because this was meant to be clean. This was meant to be easy.
Going back A, G2 have fallen for it.
Oh dear.
Hunter's double has lulled them back in, but Entropiq are taking their time. They've got a lot to clear. That's going to give time for G2 to realize what's going on. They've already started to shuffle back. No smokes for a plant. Easier said than done. Entropiq are going to have to creep into the bomb site, and G2 are ready. Off the back of the plant, they can make a play, they can make a move. Hunter won't wait, and he drops the package. Molly on top, 15 seconds. This is a conundrum, this is a problem, and the kills are coming in. Nothing Elian can do right now. Gotta go for the last second stick, and m0NESY may as well run him down.
Ooh, good turn, Elian! Needs to chase the kill, a second away! No! He doesn't get there in time, and m0NESY's gonna lock the round in. G2 battered and bruised, they do manage to pull up with the round there. Oh!
He found himself in CT spawn somehow, behind 2 of them. What's happened there?
Dude, I know, this mid-gap from CRAD, right? I don't understand how he's able to get away with this level of treachery. Like, they saw the Ellie smoke, right? So you get how, like, they could have been out of position, having to go back round. But I did not expect CRAD to manage that. And actually, what do you make of the 4-spy call here? Back into it again for Entropiq, James.
I think it's good. I think it's definitely something that Entropiq do. I think they have some really good aimers, and they have really strong rifles, especially on the AKs. Obviously, Elian with the Deagle is absolutely nuts with that. So I think it's really strong. Lackey getting the kill on JACKZ, that opens up the B site. Alexi B rotating him, MP9.
Ooh, dancing. Lackey's trapped right now. Alexi's going to get mollied on his retreat. He can't escape, but the help comes in over the top. Hunter assists, and CRAD now in a clutch. Hunter's going to be forced out again, but Alexi has not given up this site, not given up a plant, and CRAD, he's got to make up his mind. Does he want to stay or go? Minute on the clock. Everyone here waiting for a wiggle. Not enough shown for the kill. And G2, as soon as he makes a step into the open, they're going to swing him. They're all going to get on his back. Constant pressure. Crad, he doesn't want to commit, but he's going to have to.
I love how they're just not facing.
Oh, what have you done?
Why would I say it? They tried to double swing in together.
Uh-oh.
That was meant to be a G2 win right there. That was meant to be the kill that set them up to win the, you know, to go on this tear and get a bunch of conversions. Instead, Krad's now got a tremendous chance. 20 seconds. Time is once again a problem creeping in. Hunter just not giving him the fight right now. Going to try and force a plant. Krad commits. Hunter doesn't buy into it. Hunter second guesses, and it's with that second swing that he finds success. But man, did that get close. That looked like a classic, you know, 3, 2, 1 swing going together, and somehow Krad was able to transfer them both.
Was EUCS everything you expected, James? Was it as difficult, or was it maybe easier in some ways? What were your main takeaways? I imagine this is your first time playing in the region.
Yeah, this is the first time coming over here. I think compared to Australia, just everything's better, obviously. Everything's more advanced. People are stronger aim-wise, game sense-wise, everything. So I think it's really cool because you see the Tier 4, even the upcoming teams in Europe, and they're just amazing. Like, they're such good players. They're super sharp. They know what's happening. They've obviously watched their demos. Everyone works so hard over here. So yeah, it's inspiring. It's awesome. It's the peak of CS.
Yeah, I guess some of that is you've picked up some of that as well. You guys have been boot camping in Sheffield. We've been talking about over your other games. What's prac been like? What's you know, the grind been like? Not many teams. Not enjoy it, but it's so difficult, like you said, to rise through the ranks, to be playing these online cups, to be scrimming all these, you know, crazy teams right now. What was that experience?
No, it was definitely a step up. We weren't used to it, and coming into it, we had no expectations. Obviously, we've never played here before, and yeah, it's an amazing region, and everyone's crazy. So you can never count any teams out. They're just, yeah, everyone is amazing players. Yeah.
You talk about not counting anyone out, ever. I'm not counting Krad out of this, you know, like, because we saw how close he was able to get the last clutch. The biggest problem he's going to have, the bomb, I don't even know where it is. I'm trying to figure it out. Look, I think it's bottom ramp, right? Yeah. Okay, so bit of a rough spot because he doesn't have a lot of time. He doesn't really know where anyone for G2 is.
He's dead.
And he should just be dead. So, yeah, there it is, right? We didn't count him out. We gave him the, the due diligence, but G2 get the round.
It's probably reassuring that we've got Alexi here, right? We're already seeing G2 look a lot focused. Yesterday, they crumbled after the first map against Fnatic. That Dust 2 game was a disaster, and it dragged through into the third as well. So, yeah, it's a bit scary for Entropiq. Of course, their game against G2 is against the full G2. No one else had to.
Yeah, I know.
You guys got the easy.
We got the easy, and we still got smashed. Yeah,
well, you know.
I think it's super hard, and I'm honestly, you know, people are saying, "Oh, G2 losing." I think we should give good props to them. Obviously, having Amanek losing your IGL, I can't imagine that would be one of the hardest things ever. So I think they're definitely going to bounce back. And with Alexi, even though he has some, you know, he has the COVID symptoms still, like, you know, problems after, I think he'll come back to the team, and I think everyone will be more comfortable, especially into this game. They already, you know, they're starting good, so they're already looking comfortable.
Leaky's your caller, right?
Yeah, Leaky, yeah.
Yeah, how long have you guys been playing together, like, as a core? Like a year now, right?
Yeah, about a year. Yeah, since 2021. So it's been a good road. It's been a long road. We couldn't imagine going to Europe at all at the start of the team, and now we're here. So, you know, it's been amazing to get
How'd you guys run into each other?
I played with Licky in some teams before, and Sterling, Hazza, and APOC were all playing together before, so it kind of merged into the team, and you know, we played qualifiers, kind of played in these upper echelon of Australian CS, and started winning tournaments, and then obviously qualified to the conference of the next Pro League. So yeah, we've got hopefully a bright future ahead of us. Hopefully an org soon, yeah, as well. If there's any orgs looking out,
yeah. I mean,
we need one.
You got that QR code, right? Like we need to get it scanned.
We do.
You know, Mike's Meats is a potential one. But that's the story for another day. Is JACKZ over at the back of the B site? This should be a clean round, and I feel pretty comfortable saying that. Normally, you know, I'm willing to give these Deagles on Entropiq the benefit of the doubt, but G2 are looking really switched on. They haven't really crumbled under pressure. I know he had that one round where Crad hit that incredible timing up through mid, but no timings to be hit in this one. NickelBack's going to try his luck, but it doesn't go well. And yeah, this is a nice clean round for G2, exactly as it should have been. You know, 1 kill, you can stomach 1 kill. That's fine. You're still making money at the end of the round. I want to see the AWP on m0NESY. I hope we get to see that soon, right? The cash is finally there for it. m0NESY is an interesting one actually in the server because obviously he's very young, right? 16. You're recently turned 17, right,
yeah.
James? So how was that? I know. I think you know your dad was telling me that you wanted to be like one of the young guns here to keep an eye on. How was it that m0NESY's, you know, kind of risen up as this 16-year-old and looking so good? What's your impressions of him?
Well, I actually used to watch him back when he was really young. I think he was about 15, maybe even 14. When he used to just face a pug and stream, me and my mate called Complex, we used to just watch him and go, this guy's crazy. He is going to be tier 1 one day. So I've kind of seen it as, you know, I've seen him as a kind of a role model, you know. He's going up so fast. He's known as such a good player. He's a crazy player, like mechanically, game sense. Like everyone says he's so mature. So I watch his interviews. I see what he does, and I try and learn from it. Because I think he's an amazing player, so.
Yeah, Sterling was talking about watching his demos last night as well. So.
Yeah, Sterling loves him as well. I think how can you not love him?
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Well, he doesn't have his famed gun, but, you know, he is still playing into this round. Him and NiKo left in a 2v4, but they're kind of worlds apart right now, m0NESY and NiKo. There is a world where m0NESY could kind of slip this net in middle, but I don't even think you're considering giving this round a go. I'm assuming you're erring on the side of caution and just playing for the save. Well, Crad let them.
Oh, incredible kill there.
Incredible, yeah.
Using that till the end of time. You a Vertigo hater, Vertigo fan? It's a controversial map in the pool.
We do play it. It's very interesting because it's kind of just based around a ramp fully, because kind of the map kind of started as a ramp duel, and the meta kind of changed to now there's some more mid aggression coming in, you know, throwing flashes for teammates, maybe more numbers towards B, progging up, kind of that thing. So it's interesting how it's changed, but it is still very focused on a ramp. You die at a ramp, then they resmoke it, and there's 30 seconds left. So it's a very interesting map, but I'm not a hater. I'll play it. I think it has a place in the game.
That's a good question actually. Map tier list, top to bottom.
Oh yeah.
I can't even think of all the maps.
No, that's the pressure. It's like when you ask someone to name a roster, they'll give you 4, they won't give you 5. It's always the hardest. I've got the maps in front of you.
Okay. I think probably the top 1 map, I reckon, in the game is Nuke. I think that's...
Yeah, we're talking to the right person.
And I think Overpass would be second.
I can respect it.
I actually love this list so much. Keep going.
I think the Overpass just has so much complexion to it, and I think actually G2 should play Overpass. I don't know why they don't. I think that would be really good of Overpass. So
yeah, they don't. Balkan region, they don't like it. That's what I've heard. That's what everyone tells me. It's what Kassad always goes on about. And
then I'd probably say maybe Inferno, Dust 2, Mirage, Ancient.
Yeah,
we go like Ancient at the bottom. Ancient down at the bottom.
Yeah,
pros don't like it, man.
I think Ancient needs a bit of work. I think it needs a few touch-ups.
Any suggestions off the top of your head? Hard to put you on the spot there, but
no, I think around mid. I think A is really cool, and the way that Donut works. I think it's just the entrances towards mid is kind of limited, and the CTs can block the T's from getting anything, and the T's have to use like 3 smokes to get mid control, and then they have 2 smokes left. Then where are they going to go for it? Like you can only smoke like Temple or smoke like long at B. So it's pretty limiting sometimes, especially on the T side, and that's why it's the most T-sided map in the game. You know.
While you were talking there, I don't even know what m0NESY just wallbanged through the top of the box at ramp. All right, lad. That's kind of keen. Like, there is an AWP in this round, but it's gone to Alexi. And m0NESY's like, screw it, mate. I'll do it with the baby one.
I reckon m0NESY is the best scout player in the world.
Ooh.
Over Searson.
I would say, because I'm just watching it. He aims. It looks like he's aiming at the body. He just headshots. He's crazy at that gun.
Well, he's already started to prove it. Now 40 seconds, they barely got ramp. The flash swing late is perfect for NiKo, and Lackey's gonna have to trade. Modesty getting run down. Yeah, Scout won't stop that. Lackey attacking this site. There's still a short player to deal with. There's still two, in fact, and are they lulled into a false sense of security? One more man for Lackey to deal with. The AWP is swinging out CT. Hunter's dropped the bomb. 18 seconds. Crab with a spray converts it, and Hunter, they know exactly where he is. He's trying to make a wraparound. They're going to plant safe, covered by the boxes. Hunter runs in, but they're on the boost, and Hunter's looking for 1v1s. He can't win the game, or win the fight, rather. Win the game. Well, not yet, at least. We're too early in the day.
No, it's nice to see Entropiq, you know, starting to find their footing now. I was a little bit worried, like, you know, we were joking about it, saying how, oh, you know, everyone else got a kind of easier G2, a more tame G2, and I was worried that they were just going to show up and batter Entropiq, which, you know, would put a bit of a dampener on things. Nice to see them finding some success here. You know, you kind of touched upon how there's a lot of emphasis on ramp, and, you know, besting Modesty there is not an easy task, but they do it. So now just these pistols, and, you know, it's a full grouping at top ramp. You know, any grimy, like, partial buy round strats for Vertigo?
Well, they're doing it right now. It's the boost on top of Crane on the right to peek down ramp, and you have this headshot angle, and you have a guy towards sandbags holding the scaffold bit. That's what they just did there. I reckon that's one of the most grimy ones. You can get forced by wins just by doing that. So. Yeah, what they did there was really good. Obviously, it didn't work out, but
it's Counter-Strike.
Yeah, you know, it's always the way. Like it is. You know, you're gonna learn very, very quickly. The caster's curse is a very real thing, right? Like you'll say, oh yeah, no, this is actually a really, you know, they should get something from this, and then they won't. And you know, you're never safe. In fact, the safer you think you are, the more dangerous it is. This is nice. Fast from NickelBack on the Mac 10. Modesty. They're already up at the top of ramp. He's going to hold his own with the M4 initially, but yeah, only a matter of time till the nades came out.
He wanted a molly so bad. He was ready with a smoke, but yeah. I'm surprised more teams don't just go straight for double nades. Maybe it's just more investment, but mollies, man, when people get smoked out, flashed out, saved so often. Entropiq are going to waltz up B instead. Everyone joining them. And only Alexi here right now. JACKZ is close on mid-rotation, but he can't set up a flash or anything. Alexi's got to fight for his life alone. So blind right now. They're all the way in. He still gets a kill. It's actually JACKZ to yoink it and double, in fact. He's going to drop in, throw himself into the round. Elian pushed off the angle. Crad hunting with the bomb, and JACKZ is going to clean it up. 6-3, G2 in full control. You've got a game against Mouse tomorrow.
Oh yeah, okay, that's a good one. So how's the kind of confidence levels that heading into the Mouse?
Oh, it's huge. Everyone in the team knows that we're gonna win. Everyone knows.
There we go. That's the fighting talk.
I said it in the interview. Our whole game plan completely counters them. So
yeah,
you know, yeah. There's really not much hope for them. So
this is the fighting talk that the Fnatic need to learn from. We get like Poison on an interview after he just destroys G2 yesterday. He's like, yeah, you know, we played well. No, give me some fighting talk. Tell me you're going to wreck them.
Well, it's a battle for not being last place, I think.
Most important battle in the
exactly.
group.
So it means a lot to us. So we're going to take the win. We're going to do our best, but I think we will take it.
I can't wait for it.
I mean, you know, something that like Chad is a big kind of proprietor of is that this idea that, you know, when you are like an Oceanic team and you're coming over, a lot of it is just like learning, right? You're not coming here with the intent of like, we're going to smash everyone, we're going to easily like hands down win this thing. It's a lot about gaining the experience, right? And like upping your level. Would you guys say that you've already learned like a fair bit from the Pro League?
Oh yeah, just playing here is just a ton of experience. Like the game is completely different to online. You know, people say, oh, in a studio it's the same. It's completely different. Like there's so much more pressure. You have the lights on you. You have all these player managers everywhere talking to you. You have the admins talking to you. Like all these things kind of add up, and you see these players that they're just so calm and collected and just so consistent at LAN, and it's amazing, really. You don't realize it unless you've kind of experienced it.
Yeah, cameras in your face the whole time you're playing, right? You just got to ignore them. You got to turn them off. Flashes into B. This is a 20-second hit right now, and Entropiq are trying to get that bomb across into the site. NickelBack has fragged for one, and JACKZ is playing the lip of the smoke, only good for a single kill. This orb's peeking out wide, though. It won't stop a default plant. Oh, Alexi tries to get involved. I respect it. In a 3-on-4, the retake was going to be difficult anyway. He tries to stop it from ever getting to that point, and Hunter doing exactly as his name would suggest. 2-on-2 now, running back into the bomb site. Lovely little headshot angle boost here. Oh, it's clean.
That's really nice. Hunter now knows that both of them are on ramp. Taps out the first. Is it the commit? Is he just going to stick it? He's slightly covered up by the double stack, so this is a trickier spam than it looks. NickelBack goes about it a different way, though. He's got the lineup. Oh, that's grimy. That is lovely.
If he swings stairs there, he's not going to win that. There's too much cover from the box. He had to wallbang. Perfect.
I see, like with G2, one of the things that is like very apparent, as kind of Hunter was showcasing here, you might have like the best laid game plan, but the individuals can just win around for them out of nowhere, right? There's no prepping for that, right? There's no accounting for Hunter getting some big 4K moment.
Yeah, and I think it's something that happens to us over here. Like we'll play the perfect round, then we'll run into Hunter with just 3 chaos. Like there's nothing really you can do about it. He just insta headshots you. So yeah, I think definitely G2 have probably the best in the world, maybe Na'Vi as well, at that kind of star power that can just take over the game and just win.
He's 17-5, 6 right now, but yeah, not a bad start to the game.
You know, we've been talking to you a bit about like prep and like learning and all that. Obviously, for teams with like a big backing behind them and a big organization, they've got analysts, they've got sports psychologists, they've got GMs, managers, every kind of notch on the belt that you could have for a support structure. What does LFO have to work with? You guys still kind of do it all like manual mode, as it were?
Yeah, so we have one coach, and that's all. And he has COVID right now, and he's in his hotel room. So we've been kind of manually doing prep, and it's honestly been really hard because that's been since day one. So we've just had to take all our strats from Ben, from my dad. He has some great ideas. So yeah.
Oh, I mean, I don't think we could have gone this whole time without talking about Ben, about your dad. Obviously, everyone kind of rallied behind him on day one. I know he was secretly happy that he got to be behind you boys and watch it from behind the monitor. Because he's a very supportive, like, father, a very supportive parental figure of the entire, esports venture for you. Right?
Yeah. He's always been the one saying, you should play, like, keep playing. He convinced me to get on a team when I used to play Pugs. He's like, he realized that, I have potential. He's like, get on a team, see how it goes. That's where you need to be. And he's really the reason why I'm here. Like, and letting me play at such a young age. I was at 9 or 10, somewhere around there. Letting me play a violent game like this. Yeah, he's amazing. And he's really helped us out, when we even morally just behind us. I said before, having him behind us is so good. Everyone has a laugh. He says a joke. Everyone, it lightens the mood. So yeah, he's amazing. And
well, because we sometimes talk about like father figures in teams, right? Like JACKZ is someone that's like talked about as like the father figure at G2, right? And how like he's been helping m0NESY a lot. But you guys have an actual father figure, right? You took it like one step further, which is great. I think it's really nice as well because there's a lot of people out there, and this is just a save round before anyone gets upset that we're not talking about it. Right, so there's a lot of people, a lot of players of all calibers who have had this experience where like your parents just don't get it, or like maybe they kind of think it's like a waste of time or whatever. It's super cool to see like the polar opposite end of that, right? And like someone who's clearly bought into it and is like very encouraging. I think for a lot of people, like it kind of shows them that, especially like for maybe parents who like aren't in the know, that actually this is something worth getting behind, right?
Yeah. I think with my dad, the interview obviously blowing up, lots of people were relating because I know basically most people in gaming have been told at some point, it's stupid, you shouldn't do it, it's a waste of time, that kind of thing. And then I think a lot of people's parents aren't supportive, and seeing a supportive dad is like, wow, this is how it should be.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I think parents are more understanding, and I think gaming's becoming a lot more sort of mainstream culture. Everyone's kind of understands it now. I know I've talked to random people just on the street, you know, about gaming. They'll know what it is. They'll know what CSGO is. So yeah, I think it's really good how it's adapting, becoming more of the norm.
Yeah, it's usually the kid trying to justify it to their parents, but he was saying yesterday how he was trying to explain it to his friends. Like, no, this is a thing. This is a thing. Trust me, my son's really good at this.
Yeah.
It's kind of a unique angle.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, the round's over.
I've just wiped them.
Dude, I keep because every single time I see you two like turning it back to the game, the round just ends like instantly. It's like, oh well, there it is.
3 kills in a second.
This is nice for Entropiq though, right? They've been building up momentum back into this in a very, very big way. It might have been like this lights out start, but you're starting to feel it turn the other way now with Entropiq taking the lead. You know, G2, they showed that in the absence of Alexi, they had some problems with like the mental game, I think it was fair to say, right? The kind of mental side of competing, and it wasn't uncommon to see them fall down even versus teams that they should have beat. Are we at all worried? Do you think that Alexi's going to be able to reel them back in? Obviously as well, you got like JACKZ as well who can chime in during timeouts.
Yeah, you hope so, right? It did feel like there was some tilt yesterday in the server. I don't know how much JACKZ did to you know, pull that back, but Alexi's a commanding voice in this roster, and that's always reassuring. So I think if things do go badly, and well, they are right now, they started strong, it's kind of slipped through G2's fingers. You hope he can pull them back in. But individually, I mean, already struggling a little bit, not warm to land. That's fine. There's still time. This is map 1 of a BO3, and Dust2's up next. It's G2's pick. Nuke to close.
Yeah, I think they've been abusing that B site from what I've seen, just hitting that with BXs, and I think sometimes if you play it right, you put the presence on A ramp, come towards B. It's hard for the CTs to rotate properly because they only have one guy there. Then you smoke off the Jenny, you smoke the other side of it, and then what's he supposed to do? I'm the mid player, and I sometimes I don't know how to help the B player. You know, he's isolated on an island, so I think Entropiq are really making the most of that and taking advantage of that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like also like JACKZ is normally a very, very capable anchor, right? And even when he's kind of getting away with, hello, hang on a second, they're flashing through this. Oh, NiKo trying to bring the fight to them, but it goes sour so quickly. I mean, that's G2 trying to change it up, right? Trying to get ahead of these B executor they've been at the mercy of by taking this ramp control away, but it's actually fed the beast, and now m0NESY's responsible for the entirety of ramp, the entirety of this A bomb site. Maybe he's the man for the job, though.
Yeah, he's missed some timings, but that's a good shot on the smoke fade. They're going to leave anyway. m0NESY knows he can tell his team to stay in their spots, to over-rotate. Alexi's moved back to B. He's got nades. Elian's low. JACKZ has just gotten tucked in. This is a nice spot right now. They might not clear it. They're running with their backs turned. Double down for JACKZ, and he's looking for more. 3rd and maybe 4. Elian nowhere to move, and 10 health to do it. JACKZ is just patient, and that is what the doctor ordered. 4 frags and a shutdown round. G2 needed that. This half has leveled out. James, I hate to trigger you. You've been 16-0'd by this team on this map of Entropiq.
I don't want to talk about it.
You want to talk about it? What can we expect from that second half? It was CT side they went 15-0 up.
I think it was, yeah. I think we're on the C side. I think they were just destroying us in every. I think when it's 16-0, there's not much you can do. I think they were firing on all ceiling, they're kind of shutting us down A ramp. I think, and then just anywhere we kind of went on the map. I think they have so much individual prowess that, you know, sometimes they can just go off and end the round.
Yeah, I mean, NickelBack's having a great game as well today. He's been shaky in this tournament after a great Kato.
Yeah, not just Kato, even like started the year really strong, right? Back at FunSpark Ulti, yes. He was like one of the top players for Entropiq there. He's always someone who it feels like his cooling only gets better as he himself is like popping off, right? He kind of has these reads, he has like visions, flashbacks as to how they can win the game. And right now, you know, while it might have been this dire start for Entropiq where they went, you know, 5-0 down, they could be on the cusp of winning out the half here. They've got Krad out middle. These lurks have been devastating. And that's the B site secured. It's just time and time again a problem for G2. This time, though, it was across the map that they fell before it ended up in this B play. Hunter and Alexi, you know, it's not a spot that you're envious of, this 2v5. What would it be in round 15? May as well give it a go.
The nades, I mean, you're wasting a lot of time on a dead round here, but you gotta wait the smoke, and the peak comes in with a flash. Every frag, easy peasy. Hunter does burn out Forrester, but it's not a way back in a 1-on-5. He's playing for numbers, and the numbers look good for Entropiq. 8 at the end of their first half. We're now gonna throw it over to a break, and we'll be back with more Counter-Strike and more savagery in just a second.
One CT. CT. Last
At the squad, but currently sat down bottom of the board. He's going to have to worry about a hell of a lot here moving into this second half of play.
Yes, indeed, Harry. We're right into a pistol, no dilly-dally. Double molly. What do we got cooking here for G2?
It's looking like some sort of B execute with a bit of presence with NiKo, walking with a PD50. Might rotate if he gets a kill, falls back, boosting up. Looks like they'll just hit B with mollies and molly out all the sneaky positions.
Oh, the downside to the mollies is that they're going to get caught lining them up. First man falls, JACKZ on the receiving end. The mollies do go in to try and cut off some of these sight lines, but Lackey's just maneuvered through them all, man. Double molly, not a problem, because Lackey's cutting them down. And it's just Alexi left, 1v4.
Welcome back to land, buddy. Sorry, not gonna work. 9 rounds. Entropiq, not only the comeback, but now a pistol in the pocket. Momentum, maybe, as we enter this second half. CT side is where it gets scary, huh, Savage?
Yeah, it is. Entropiq's CT side is incredible. I think that the way they play on CT is very strong. So it's going to be hard for G2 to come back here, especially with Alexi B, you know, not feeling it. Maybe he's a bit down. Maybe he's not calling IGLing as much. Maybe he's feeling a bit down. So we'll see if he can bring it back. See if G2 can maybe even they're full eco, but hopefully they can come back and bring the scoreline back in such a CT-sided map.
Gonna have to wait for the gunny. Just a deagle in this round. It will be a sad show unless NiKo can do something horrendous.
Yeah, the NiKo deagle does just hit different though. Like, it's always scary. Like, you'll see players so terrified of this one gun in this guy's hands. So, you know, not that I think that's gonna win them the round, but he's got a potential to open something up, maybe like a route to a plant. That would be a huge victory for G2.
Good luck getting a
Yeah,
plant.
I think it's gonna.
Coping, Harry.
I'm really coping. It's
coping.
wishful thinking. I just want G2 to show us some of that vintage G2-ness.
They're just getting re-smoked right now. They're not getting up ramp anytime soon. Patience for Entropiq to not overface here. They know the angles this boost can afford, and they're playing the sandbags. Trying to force a shot. NiKo hits these. Don't do it. But he doesn't see a thing. Alexi's walked up, he's got the bomb. That will confirm what the plan is for Entropiq, and they're going to swing in, mop up some kills, nice little ecos, and 10 rounds taken. First gun, T-side. What would Leaky call?
This is I think this is a really important round. Obviously, if you lose this is a bit rough. You only have really deagles, no armor. Next round you won't have much. So I think I don't know what you call against it. I think from their util, I think you smoke ramp, you do your normal default. I think definitely taking ramp control early, pushing them off. Don't give them any confidence. Don't let them have that aggressive kind of nature coming into the next few rounds. So I think that's what they're doing here. NiKo running through, walking up scaff, clearing it out. They're not fighting ramp here though.
Oh, yeah, but it's coming eventually. There's that flash molly combo.
Molly.
When they hear it tick, they know they've got NiKo right where they want him. And so that was a wonderful little like wombo combo from Entropiq. Man, G2, they tried to do this dance for the ramp control that you described, James, but now they've been left a man down from it. Little awkward as far as the results go. Not what you were hoping for on the G2 side.
Yeah, just throwing that ramp kind of retake in, throwing the molly just near the sandbag bit. I think it's really strong, and Entropiq love to do that. So it's really hard to kind of verse that, and you need protocols to kind of beat that, because you know flashes will come from here, mollies will come from here. So yeah, that's rough for NiKo, and yeah, it's gonna be hard for them now.
How the hell do you dig yourself out here? 3 smokes, a few flashes. Krad's ready, molly in hand. He's just going to drop it on the first sign of contact. So the longer G2 wait to make this peak happen, the less time they have for the plant. 30 now. The molly's out, but look at these spots. Everyone's on top of boxes. Everyone's looking for kills. And then to just disappear behind cover. Oh, the flash. Hellion turns with no problem. 20 seconds. They've got to go. The wall isn't down yet. Finally, it gets lobbed in. NickelBack looking to do damage. JACKZ has found a pick elsewhere, but it's not going to matter. They're running in. They need the plant. There's the lurk out mid for JACKZ to double up, and they take cover in short. A bit of respite despite the time. 5 seconds. Stick coming in. JACKZ is winning the round on his own, but Krad, the surprise, the fly in the ointment comes in from the side, and Forrester closes. It was a nice try. The mid lurk was all G2 had, but Entropiq win the retake.
Yeah, I love that decision to double up on short, right? They never actually knew about that second man, right? They spotted someone running back there, but they thought it was just like a solo short hold. And so JACKZ gets really surprised when that late swing comes in from short. To him, it feels like it's way too fast, right? And maybe that's one that you piece together after the round. You go, there's no way you could have flanked ramp that quickly. Must have been doubled up on the short side from the get-go.
Yeah, I think the penny dropped really quick, like, especially, you know, it's the kill feed effect. You're not always reading it, but then you realize, wait, Krad's already double killed short, and we just fragged NickelBack, like, wait, where is he? And then he swings, but it's already too little too late. A nice game out of Entropiq right now, and just a broken buy. May as well disrespect the smoke.
These rounds can get kind of weird though, right? Because suddenly, like you say, you are disrespecting smokes. And so that level of respect, usual timings, they kind of go out the window here. They're already up and past it. And nade from JACKZ has found them an opener. Already a rotate coming in from Entropiq. Krad's going to take a little peek onto the short side. Hunter on the receiving end of that. But dude, JACKZ is having a game right now. The man who almost made last round happen is trying to do it again. This time 2 to the good, helped out by m0NESY. As these AKs rise into the occasion, it's NiKo and his trusty Deagle up against Forrester.
Oh, he's getting weird. He's getting very weird.
The bomb's down on site. He's waiting. I think he's faking the flank here, so Forrester has to respect that he could be behind.
He's going to check it now.
Oh, dude, it's kind of worked though, right? Like, he's got him real paranoid about this mid-ramp. Oh, NiKo, you smart little devil. He's given himself room to get up the ramp side, at least a bit of an easier time, maybe, because Forrester's so paranoid about the potential of mid that NiKo suddenly has windows open where they weren't before. Oh, he's got the ball, but he's going to nail the shot. That is NiKo stepping up in a big way.
NiKo effect, man.
Dude, lovely. And yeah, Jason, bang on, right? It's like that decision to feign the mid lurk created so much space in a situation where, like, he shouldn't have had any, really. Like, you knew where he was, you knew he was ramp bound, you got the bomb. That was teed up for Forrester to win, but that one decision from NiKo to just give a bit of a lull in the action makes him doubt himself.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
It kind of freezing like that in kind of any aspect, especially on T side, kind of it kills the information that the team might have before. So Entropiq obviously know his ramp, and then as soon as he goes silent, it just completely changes the game. So freezing is something, you know, teams will call. So then, you know, the information that was, you know, present 20 seconds ago is now irrelevant because the players could be here, they could have rotated B. So that was really smart for him, and as a whole, as a team, it's really important to do that, to mess with the other team's information and what they have.
Have you been 1-deeked by NiKo at this event?
I don't know. I don't. Maybe I don't think I have actually, but I think I have been killed by him a lot.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I'm not sure if it was a deagle because most of the time we were ecoing and they had a full buy.
it's true. Yeah, you got me there.
Dude, did you all see that little run boost from Elliot?
that was
cool. That was a cool way to try and pick ramp. Shame it didn't yield any results, or else we would have been talking about it a lot more.
With that little one-way.
They're going to start to duel for this ramp control again, and Entropiq only having this AWP to lean on, a lot of the pressure's going to fall onto Elian's shoulders. He knows that. He's put himself in a spot to play into the round, right? It's not like he's going to get avoided here on the short side. He's in prime position to actually have a bit of a say in how this one pans out. My big worry is what's going to happen if his Deagle teammates in the site end up getting bested. Then he's in real hot water.
m0NESY's looking for a pick first, and he's about to find one. Oh, it's very nice indeed. Krad, no time to react, gets one shot off, and Elian hits his. Short now belongs to Entropiq. That's going to stifle a plant. 30 seconds. G2 have a lot of space to clear, and look at the eyes. They dart back to the yellow side. The molly's nice. m0NESY can smoke it, but this is, again, more time being wasted. As he flashes short back, they're going to hear it. Elian looking for a lineup. There's another bomb dropped. His entire team is here, ready to push up in the face. There's a shot from NiKo. NickelBack also flashing. There's too many bodies in the way. NickelBack still gets two. And m0NESY, oh, collapse available, but he misses both, and there's simply no time. Kill whoever you want, you can't win the round. If only he went for the swing there, would have been a 2. Oh, just saves the AWP, but that is desperate. Dear, oh dear. Entropiq, they're swinging in. 4 out now from a win on their map pick in the series.
Dude, it's mad to me that they're able to win that one. Like, considering how it starts, you get that opener into the A site. I think utility really was like kind of a defining thing that bails them out in slowing down that push. They didn't have a lot coming into it in terms of util, right? But everything they threw is very purposeful, and I think Elian as well, not overextending once he gets that kill on the short side. You know, you saw what it did to G2. Everyone at ramp just froze and held for the short repeak from that AWP.
Savage, who was the hardest team to face in Europe? It could be in this tournament, it could be in Prague. It doesn't have to be, you know, what was the worst scoreline. Like, who was the hardest that you found to play?
Tier 3 Russians.
Really?
Yeah. I know. They are very good though. I would put, honestly, Entropiq was really strong. When we were versing them here, like they were really hard to verse. They felt the strongest. I think we versed over here.
Yeah. Thoughts on Elian? Talked a lot of m0NESY, but
I think Elian's, he's very strong. I remember watching him last year, like mid last year, and I watched a few demos. I remember watching a Launders video on it. He was, I think he's very good. He always uses a tiny crosshair though. So I tried his crosshair for a while and it didn't work, but he makes it work. He loves the headshots with the Deagle and the USP. He's very good at that.
You got the big meaty 1.6 green boy.
I've used every crosshair. Okay. I've used every crosshair. I've tried everything. I'm on the NiKo 2021 kind of goat crosshair, the little white one.
Okay.
All right.
You're talking Harry's language over there.
Yeah. I love changing crosshairs. Actually, I want to revisit this in just a second, but right now, Lackey dropping the bomb at B. Oh, the hope of G2 finding a round. It looked like they had a chance for a moment there, but now it's out the window. NiKo and m0NESY left standing, but they can't make a dent. Not a sentence I thought I'd ever have to say, but that's how the cookies crumbled in this round. Just NiKo left standing. Got that. He's a small crosshair user as well, is NiKo, even in his current form. He's always stayed true to it. Creeping up ramp. Lackey will deal with him. And there's 13. I was going to say, that was an ace for Lackey as well on the B hole. Yep. Bloody hell, mate.
There's
a lot of, like, placebo, I guess, with like changing things like a crosshair. But do you feel like that actually makes like a positive difference at times? Because there was that clip, I'm trying to think who it was. Was it Ethan or like Breezy gets like that incredible...
Yeah, on A-Site Inferno.
Yeah, and it was like, and it was just after he like changed sense and crosshair.
That was versus the Australians.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was versus the, I think the old Renegades, maybe 100 Thieves. So yeah, I think there's a lot of placebo. I do it and I know it's gonna make me worse, but I still do it. I don't know why. Someone should do a study or something on it. It doesn't make sense, but you know, I still do it. I've been trying to keep it to the same for this event. So yeah, I've only changed once this event. Only once.
That's good. That's good.
Respectable. Well, this is just pistols now. Should be easy for Entropiq. Honestly, tries to block the smoke, but Entropiq have the lineups, and they're about to have ramp. If Crad had a flash, NickelBack would be in their face. Maybe just go with a nade. Screw it. He's so tempted. But no hurry here. Looking through that little gap in yellow. Just a bit of information. Meanwhile, Jack's molly short. That's going to send them go mode, but NickelBack mows them down with 2. And that's all that's left for G2. A couple of players at the bottom of 8. Picks the wrong player by accident, but he'll take it. Jack's in a 1v3. He has been the hero for G2 alongside Hunter in this map, but what can we ask of him?
Oh, I mean, he's going to try and slow it for just a moment. Swinging out. Problem is, this slowdown that NiKo was able to do in the 1v1 doesn't work anymore because Forrester's pushed all the way through middle and they knew it was the A play ever since that 1-on-3 begins. So Entropiq are now up to 14, starting to run away with Vertigo. G2 unable to get the ball moving on this T side.
I don't want to dwell too much on the elephant in the room. Like Alexi's 3 and 19. He's in recovery mode. We all know it. It's kind of not shocking, but it is a real shame to see him fall off this massively in such an important game for G2. Like, while he might be bringing the leading, he's not bringing the fragging today. Still time to warm up, but Vertigo's looking one-sided. Respect to the guy for even getting out here in time.
Dude, so Hunter's trying something a little different, right? Hoping that he can crack open B. At the very, very least, a pick here could apply some pressure to Entropiq, a type of pressure they haven't felt really on this CT side yet. But it's a really nice, grimy setup over at the top of B ramp.
Sounds like Entropiq.
That kill was always going to get traded, no matter what you did to get it. And now the B exec, it's pretty telegraphed here. The mid component's cut down. That was your real chance to get in. You were hoping that JACKZ or NiKo could have found you that space in towards B. With it not coming through, m0NESY and Alexi left in this one, asking a hell of a lot out of them in the 2-on-3. They do have a 2v2 at the B site right now. Elian's still holding for a late rotate back to ramp. Maybe that gives them a way in. If you want to have a go at the bit of the play-by-play, go on. We'll throw you under the bus.
2v3. m0NESY, Alexi walking up. m0NESY's just clearing these angles. He knows he can take the AWP angles like that. Forrester jiggles. m0NESY can spam this. Spams, misses the shot though. Rotate's coming in. He's scoping, he's still spamming. Alexi gets the kill and m0NESY gets the kill onto the quad guy, Elian. 1v2, that's so rough. They're in such a good position. Flashes, just goes instantly. Gets the first. Second one's just hiding quad. He's pushing him. m0NESY's going 9 seconds. He's here in the smoke.
Oh!
And he no-scopes him! Of course he does. m0NESY with the clutch. Of course he does. Of course he hits that shot. He always hits that shot.
You gave him the blessing, James. That's it. That's what we need. It's the caster's blessing. It's never happened before. G2 get a 9th. That's a 2-on-3 out of m0NESY and Alexi. And he'd been dead quiet all game in Alexi, but in that moment there where he needed to step up, where he needed to deliver, only gets 1 kill, but it makes a world of difference.
What is this?
Oh
what is that? He didn't even see him. No info. Just, yeah, you know what? I'm going to win this round right now. Hope y'all don't mind. Christ. Okay. Crad. How did NiKo not see him? They all turn around. 360. Crad shoots him in the back of the head and escapes. Bye-bye. Hunter's got the B pick. They're going to run wild. They're going to run right into the site. Bomb is coming through mid with a full convoy of Ts, and they're trying to cut down these rotates. Oh, the smoke's going to give it away. NickelBack's close. That smoke is not pretty, but neither's the molly. He's burning alive, and now he's getting shot through it. Alexi just mauls him. 3-on-2, they reset. Don't want to die in middle. Taking the bomb back to the bottom of ladder and giving it a go on A.
If this goes A, you could just end up saving. Now, Elian's at least got the info that it's looking like an A play. There's a bit of a timing that JACKZ could look to find over in middle. Lackey just making it to elevator.
This flank is so quick.
They won't be
He
ready.
might kill Alexi.
Oh, no, instead. Just a second off. Oh, mate, Alexi just turned. You could see him wiggling his mouse to look back at ramp. The timing on that is perfect. Lackey, does he know about the mid player? He's suspecting it. He's suspecting something might be up, but that's not made the job any easier. G2 now onto double digits. And, you know, are we starting to believe it all? Savage, are you starting to be romanced by the G2 comeback?
I'm starting to believe, Harry. It's happening.
Oh, tech problems first, though. Welcome to the broadcast's worst nightmare. We've got admins on this side, though. You guys have any tech problems at this event?
We've had a few, but the admins they're switched on. They know what's happening, so that they fix everything very fast. So.
PC swap outs?
Yeah, PC swap outs, whatever you need. New SD, new cords, anything.
Oh, so
duct tape.
folks at home don't know about this, but there's actually something they put in not too long ago, which is like the dot request feature in the game chat. Do you want to explain what that is? Did you guys use it at all?
I think we might have used it once, but as a joke. I think we said dot request win, but it didn't work. But I think, yeah, it's like you can just request whatever. You can request a drink, you can request food, you can request, you know, duct tape, whatever you want. ESL is this has been amazing. You know, like you're sitting there, you have a player manager you can talk to. You have all these people that are always trying to help you. They'll fix anything. You know, whatever's happening, they'll fix it.
We love that. Have you played many local LANs before back in Oz?
I've played a few local LANs in Oz, but anything compared, just with a few mates kind of thing.
Yeah.
So.
They don't bring you drinks there, I guess.
No, they definitely don't.
Oh man. Right, so I see that Hunter's back in. That was the problem area. We're ready to go. G2, 10-14. Slowly but surely getting back into this. They've got Savage believing. They've got me believing. Hugo, where do you stand? Do you think it's only a matter of time till Entropiq raise the flag?
It's not this round, Harry. It might be next round. I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it. I'll be the pessimist. We got the good cops. We've got to have a bad cop on site. I think this has been a very good CT side. G2 have snuck through a couple of spicy B plays, but most of the time the setups have been nice there for Entropiq, so let's see what happens when we get guns back out.
What's that second wind like? You know, like if a game's ever going like pretty one-sided, you're like at a big loss streak, but then you finally break that streak. Is that like a nice like kind of redeeming moment where it's like, all right, no, we can win this game actually. We can give them a run for their money.
Yeah, it's kind of this vibe changed. It kind of goes from this really sluggish, oh, we lost this round, oh, unlucky, to kind of this thing like, oh, we're winning. Oh my God, we should peek here. They're peeking B. Come over up here, Sterling. Kind of this kind of thing. And you start bouncing off each other, and that's when you start rolling rounds, and that's how you win games.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have a great vibe. Like we hung out last night, and some very funny guys in your team. Some very dry humor. You know,
and
you guys get on
there as well.
You guys clearly get on. You know, that goes a long way in a team game.
Yeah, I think everyone kind of in the team is similar with our humor and how we talk. So I think yeah, we have a lot of fun with it, especially over here with Pro League happening, and you know, it's just everyone's mood's kind of lightened. It's super fun.
Awesome. Well, the eco is under the rug, and now we have the buy for Entropiq, the closing attempt at 14-11.
See, it's scary, the fact that m0NESY gets his AWP and Elian doesn't have one on the other side, right? Like, you kind of want someone who can look to test m0NESY, look to kind of keep him in a box. With that not present, and m0NESY being one of these driving forces behind the comeback, little concerning, right? It's going to feel like he has that much more freedom in this coming round. Boosting him up at ramp, trying to put that AWP to use. Barrage of util, even going in over towards the B site. That's Hunter lobbing some over.
Yeah, they need to watch out. He's been the guy cracking open these rounds on B in recent memory. Even when G2 have ended A, it's often been with picks at this side of the map. So let's see if Entropiq have any answers. They're very passive on B for a change.
It can be super rough, honestly. AWPing on CT side, especially against the T side AWP, because it would just be these over the smoke duels, 50-50 duels. They can kind of go either way. So I feel like using a rifle, you can actually do a lot with it. Obviously, they're playing a lot more passive here. They've used all their util. G2 still have a lot of util, and they obviously have a lot of map control now. They have ramp. So I think I'd say G2 have a good chance in this round.
I like it. I like it. All right.
Smoke walls.
They've actually got enough util as well if they wanted to not necessarily run this twice over, but try bait some of this defensive util out of Entropiq. Thus far, it's been largely contact on the play, so I doubt they're going to throw anything early until they intend to go. They're trying to have m0NESY be that man to break the site open. Smokes now rain over. It's the guys fighting ahead of it that are going to have to do it all. NickelBack lining up a flash. It's a combat flash. It's in the fray, and he uses it to deal with JACKZ. Tagged through the wall, finished off by Alexi, and it's kept even in the 3-on-3. Crad is still a problem on the short side, and Lucky, there's no accounting for that. A bit of smoke spam goes a long way, and that's going to put Entropiq up onto 15. Crazy scenes, and I mean that there. You know, we were talking about it earlier on. That there is an example of you might do everything right. You might have the full layout. You might be able to get the openers.
And then Lucky shoots you all through smoke.
Yeah, then you get smoke spam, double killed, and you don't have a say in the round anymore.
Dude, Lucky's had a hell of a game, hey? That ace on the B-bomb site, 23 kills now. Or actually more than 25 and 18. Damn good showing. Back to a buy for G2, putting the AWP at B, trying to get a pick is m0NESY. They keep up their affair on A, just to make sure Entropiq don't rotate heavy. There's only one man at the B site right now, that's Forrester. And G2, of course, are not in a hurry here. 4 rounds from overtime. Back to JACKZ mid-lurk. He requires his team to get him some space, or this position is not going to be useful.
I think normally he's just been throwing the Molotov, right, from the ladder room. It's like a way to try and push this short play out. But I wonder if we're going to see a bit more of a mid-commitment out of the guy. I think he's dropped on down now, so...
Faking B.
What's kind of the ideal goal here for this B fake, Savage?
I don't know. I think just throwing the util, showing like numbers, not just showing one. Obviously, 2 sets of util is more convincing than just one person, you know, running up. So I think that's the key here.
Lucky might get popped in here. He could jump over the half wall.
See, they're going to keep them here. And yeah, look, Entropiq are falling for it. They've seen that util going over. Oh, they've been sailed down the river.
Big.
And that kill is only going to sell it further. They're 3 deep over towards the B site. NickelBack all alone. Oh, they run by him.
Oh.
NiKo turning on a dime, going to pick that up. A-Plant and Entropiq all the way over at that B site, moving back in. m0NESY really should have just sealed the deal on the round with that one there.
He should have died there, to be honest. He did not look ready for that, but you'll take what you can get. And yeah, Entropiq, who don't have money, who have been whittled down in these last couple of rounds, have to save everything. Okay, maybe I am believing, Harry. Maybe there is a hope. This is 12 rounds with a very rough decision for Entropiq to make, whether they want to buy around these guns. Probably won't. Oh, big kill on the save, though. How do you guys like to play rounds where you only have 1 or 2 guns on CT? What's the best way to utilize that, especially when it's an AWP?
I think putting it in positions where there's players, obviously. So towards ramp, going aggro, getting info from the with the USPs, and the lesser the Deagles finding the info for the big guns, so they can trade them, try and set up for multi potential with flashes and, you know, smokes, nade damage, that kind of thing. I think playing together and having a, you know, a buddy that has the Deagle is really important. You can't just go out solo or you're just gonna die. So yeah, I think that's probably what they're gonna go for here. They'll probably up Elian towards A. He sometimes likes to sit mid depending on what their prep is. And I think Forrester will probably help him out, and they'll probably switch around positions depending on what happens.
Very nice.
I almost would love to see them try, and you know, this is gonna be easier said than done. Try and get something like the wall over JACKZ's eyes, right? Because there is that big time period when he's in ladder doing the short molly. He's done a bunch now, right? They should be aware that that's happening. There is that little window where he's gonna be lining up the molly as opposed to holding for a mid play. It's been pretty lax for CTs in middle, and I think it's because, you know, you've struggled to get much value out of flanks thus far. But it would be cool. Elian does take that AWP onto the short side. You were bang on about him looking to get involved early. Unfortunately, he's smoked off immediately. Pretty much full leaning in towards the A play now are Entropiq, right? They've pulled 4 players over, leaving that B site empty, having Lackey be responsible for both mid and B.
A new mid lurker appears, but he won't wait for long. Lexi will go back down ladder, regroup, and a re-smoke at short. It's really going to slow things down. They try and wallbang him out. Elian's still floating CT, watching for this mid lurk, but Lexi is not with them, or is with them rather. Now, Krad's been picked, one of the pistols out, and only NickelBack left on the site. We need to rotate out of Entropiq, unless they're playing for the save, which might be their best bet. If this smoke wall comes down, they have nothing to stop it. But maybe a bit of luck, maybe a smoke shot. Forrest is still watching mid. Elian behind the boost box. NickelBack in the open, walking into an AWP, but that's m0NESY. He is quick today. Gonna have to follow up. JACKZ will help out. G2 clean the site, and Forrest is already on the save.
Can he get the AWP?
Oh,
all right, like
Oinked.
out of there like a bandit. That's actually pretty nice, honestly. That was like the only route you have to have an AWP in the next round. So pretty big that he's able to save it.
I think it's really rough for them, like not getting the pick early, for like Elian getting the pick early, because G2 are just going to use their util, you know, their util advantage. They're just going to push them back, and there's nothing really Entropiq can kind of do there without a pick, without a play, not much util. So yeah, that's G2 taking the round, and you know, they're looking good. The comeback's happening.
Ooh, it really is. You know, you can feel like the momentum starting to switch up. Even how dedicated they are to this hunt. They want to take everything away, and the AWP was the big prize. They managed to find it right at the very end. Okay.
It's huge.
Also, with it being 13-15, if Entropiq lose this, they're going to be left force-buying up against the threat of overtime. So really, their time to win the game is in this round. Like, this is where they can just put it to bed, not even worry. If they lose this, it's super likely it goes to OT.
All the rounds, baby.
Savage, this is a real treat for you, man.
Yeah.
This is
Trial by fire.
pulling out all the stops. NiKo fast up ramp in this one. Is Krad ready for that? No, he's not, mate. His teammates hung out to dry, and there's another smoke spam. Even though NiKo burns to the Molotov, it's still an early 4-on-3. A lot of pressure on Entropiq now, and they've got to start making cuts on the map, right? They've got to start giving up areas and taking a bit of a lean into the A site, but with the bomb still back in T-spawn, like G2, they know they've got all this room. They know they've got all this time. They're not feeling the pressure to make a move.
They've also heard 2 at A. That flash setup for Lackey by Elian. Now out of util, out of chances to get this pick. Going to give up the bomb site. 3 up. They want to watch every position. Elian goes back to mid.
In this slowdown, Savage, what's the goal here for G2 as they wait in the 4-on-3?
I think it's just trading each other, playing together. Hunter running up, knows he's stuck ROPS. Nade doesn't kill him. How? 19 HP. But his teammates are so far behind, he's on his own. Falls back. Obviously, he knows the rotate's coming in here, so going A is really strong, and that's what they're gonna do. G2 are gonna run up A. They know it's solo. m0NESY scoped, gets the kill. Of course he does. 26 and 17, looking sharp. It looks like they're going to save. They're just running back, but Hunter's waiting.
They hunted them down last round. They're going to do it again.
This went from like Hunter selling this B lurk to now being, living up to his name and being the guy denying saves, hunting down these two remaining players. And if they both fall, we said like the money was going to be gone for Entropiq if they lose this. These guns are really the bulk of what you're going to have. If you save them, you could at least look to drop weapons over. Maybe there's a route to having a rather strong force buy.
Hunter loves that smoke. He's welcomed into B, and they are not ready. What a turn. Elliot will trade, but they're going to throw everything at him right now.
This is important. He doesn't die here.
Oh, they're coming.
Oh, no. He just isn't ready for the CT wrap. And also, they wait right until that bomb explodes, and then they just start running him down. Can't hear a damn thing. Oh, dude, that's brutal. Lovely openers for m0NESY as well, right? Just slivers of gaps for him to find them on. This play up through ramp from NiKo it had been kind of quiet early on for G2. He's turned it around now and is being one of the guys to open up rounds. This is all the makings of a G2 comeback. They're right where they want to be.
And this buy is garbage.
What do you mean? The quad MP9 Deagle buy, it's a famed one for closing out games, isn't it?
I mean, they've been good at taking ramp back and being aggressive and picking NiKo there, so maybe there's a way, but no, not today, not with m0NESY. Sharp as a knife, gonna get that pick. Crowd is out of the round, and G2 are licking their lips at the prospect of overtime. Alexi's woken up as well. He's tripled his kills in the last few rounds, and so that is huge. G2 are believing again. And these are the worst. Just going cold, going quiet in the 5-on-4. And Entropiq have to make a gamble. They do it towards B. This is a risk.
They're gonna flash in, I think.
Oh, there it is. Flash over. Lackey dropping in. Oh, dude, Hunter has just saved Alexi's life. That should have been a Lackey kill all day long. And that's only going to further sell you on keeping these players over towards B. Now that you've seen that double hole down the bottom of B ramp. When in reality, that bomb's still at T-Bridge. It's going A-bound. NickelBack's got to do it all. The IGL, the man at the helm of Entropiq, now needs to deliver just an MP9 to get the job done. And little does he know it, but the entirety of G2 walking up A-ramp, silent as it comes. Hunter's dealt with one over at B, but that's just salt in the wound. The reality is this is an A player. NickelBack does not like what he sees. Having to make a decision on the fly. How does he want to do this? How does he want to try and win a round from nowhere? Nade's nice, brings JACKZ down low. He found another nade, and so he does chain it together for the kill. 2 on 3, and an AK now gained.
Yeah, full health taking it. Gonna go for the retake, but there's no kit in this entire round. And NiKo taps out Alien. It's the beginning of the end. Screw it. It's the end. Nothing NickelBack can do. Bomb is open, and they are not facing him. He's got a lot to clear. G2, huge comeback, and we're going to bonus play unless NickelBack does something dirty. Not gonna happen. That is it, folks. 15-15. What a game, what a comeback, and it continues. We'll be back with more Counter-Strike action, more G2 Entropiq. They are looking for the comeback, and Savage is still looking for an AWP.
I think one thing that was missing to win the title was maybe experience together on the stage and lack of practice as well. I mean, I don't want to use things as an excuse because they were also having a stand-in. They were also lacking of practice and team play. It wasn't pretty CS that was being played in the final. Like, I think both teams were doing mistakes. Both teams didn't play their best CS, but maybe they had more experience on their side. Maybe not, I'm not even sure, but yeah, from just our perspective, I felt like we needed more practice. We could have been more versatile, I would say. And I think we were just being too one-dimensional in some situations, and they just kept countering us, and we didn't find a way how to adapt. And yeah, I think we just need more practice, and we will be much better than what we.
This one.
It's already a close one.
It started to build into something quite nice, hasn't it? Like, there was certainly a world where Entropiq could have just ran away with this. That's how it was looking. But then we kind of had this turning point for G2 since getting onto this T side, and it's all falling into place. All right then, in OT, money no longer a problem. We're gonna have AWPs out nigh on every round. For m0NESY and Elian, that's good news. For everyone else in the server, maybe not so much.
You also a fan of the, obviously, Pro League change, or ESL changed their OT money to 12.5k recently, coming into this year. You have any strong thoughts on OT money, 16k, v10k, v12?
NiKo, crab, running through, pause it for a second, gets a kill on m0NESY.
I asked you the question at the worst possible.
Yeah,
it's fine. No, just run with it. Just run with it. There's lots of counter.
I think it's really good because I think what it was done for is to stop double AWPs constantly, because I think double AWPs can be so strong. So I think it's a really good move, honestly. I think it makes it more competitive. How was that a wallbang? I thought that would be the kill.
Hang on.
Will they clear it?
Will they clear it? Hang on. Hunter looks very sus. No, they even looked at him. Alexi was staring right into him, mate. Oh, that's almost so awkward. Luckily enough, only one. Only one from that. Oh dear, that could have been so much more. Still, Entropiq will take the 4-on-3.
Yeah, you got to remember, like, as good as this is for G2 to pull it back, Entropiq are just now happy they've got money. Their last couple of buys were MP9s and getting AWPs hunted at the end of the round. They weren't being able to bring this AWP on Elian. It's now in the hands of NickelBack because of health. But Entropiq are making use of the util. 18 seconds, mate, and they're still mollying short. You need a bomb plant. Everyone is here. 3 CTs on the site. There is no way back in. Someone needs to frag out, and JACKZ and Hunter are doing exactly that. 7 seconds. Will they plant? They don't need to. Hunter with the cover, and that's how you do it. 16-15, G2 take the first.
Crazy, man. Unbelievable. Like, as they're running into the site, there is just enough time to get that bomb planted. Like, that was balancing on a knife's edge. Hunter needed to do this. There was no room for anything less than perfection, and Hunter's going to offer that up in abundance. That's the lead taken for G2 in OT. And I mean, now, you know, if you weren't already worried about that momentum swapping around and G2 looking good, now you certainly are.
Yeah, we've gone from stressed faces for Alexi to smiles out now. That's a spam. That's close. And NiKo's on one. Well, come on. Yeah, dead now. One of the nades will do it, and the other will do it m0NESY. So certainly the util winning this start of the round for Entropiq. G2 will have to look elsewhere. That hit for 40 damage. How? Is that a dink through the wall? I don't know.
That was a body shot somehow, I think.
That's a high damage body shot. He's got big caliber. Now, G2 looking for a pick. The B play didn't work. JACKZ is out mid. On a little lurky lurk. Crouched in. Still got to check his timings. Doesn't want to get walked on. Ooh.
Oh, dude, if JACKZ was able to win that, that could have opened up a route for the A split, right?
Both these tries at getting picks have failed. Like, G2, they're in hot water now. What the hell do you do? Oh. Trades on A are clean. Bombs loose. JACKZ in a 1v4. And 20 or 30 seconds to do it.
Yeah, they don't make it easy for him, do they? You know, no heroics in this one from Hunter and JACKZ in the 2vx. And Entropiq, they immediately get back on, right? They get back onto it. I'm a little astonished. NiKo's even asking in chat what Krad's HP was after that attempt at fighting down the ramp early on. That was really the chance to open the round, wasn't it? And the moment that this kill doesn't come in, and then there's that response of the double nades, like, that was massive. That was such a good judgment call in the moment to punish that boost. Oh, NiKo bringing out a double orb. What do you make of that, Savage? We see him do it a fair bit if he's ever, you know, struggling to get openers.
Yeah, I think he missed a few shots in that last round, so he's just had enough. One bullet straight to the stomach. Doesn't have to worry about headshots.
Oh my god, this utility assault. Both sides getting burnt out. And the pick on B. Hunter's been so good at getting away with timings up there, so 30 kills, but he is the first to fall. And Entropiq don't want to give it up at that. They have a bait and switch. NickelBack tucked in yellow. m0NESY gets the pick, but they still don't know about the other man, and he's going to get 2. Good trade work for m0NESY. 2-on-3, though. They need to go quick. Oh!
He spotted him, though. Gets the info, knows there's a player at the boost. Moving in, m0NESY fast on the approach, but tagged down so low. JACKZ is going to bail him out. That actually opens up a route to the plant now. Bloody hell, just so blind. Yeah, I mean, at that point, it's the only option you've got. Get out of there, play the post plant. It's good that m0NESY's still alive. The numbers alone make this scary for Entropiq, even with m0NESY tagged up so low. Flash over, take a little peek. Don't get anything from it. Smoke on the bomb. Elliot nails that shot. Low health m0NESY's been deleted. Just JACKZ, and they've heard him drop at ramp now. He was ready for the AWP, but they are on the bomb. They are sticking it, and JACKZ doesn't believe it. That's 17 for Entropiq. They managed 2 over on their CT side. G2, they've come back once already, but now they've got to do it again. I can imagine this is going to take a bit of a toll on you, right? It can feel pretty exhausting to have to dig this deep and come back twice in a row, essentially.
Yeah, not to forget the stakes of the game, right? Winner of this is guaranteed top 3, loser not. So this is pretty scary right now. It's Entropiq's pick. G2 have Dust 2 up next. But man, it looked like G2 had pieced together a comeback, and now it might fall apart at the end.
See, these B takes out of Entropiq were really good in their T side. It was a long time ago now. You know, you'd be forgiven for having kind of put it to the back of your mind, but they were just abusing this B site over and over again. The smoke has not extinguished the molly. Oh my god, it fell through it. And it burns JACKZ out as a result. That is devastating. Imagine if that's why you end up having Vertigo sail away from you. Now it certainly could. NiKo and m0NESY, 2 versus 3. You know, oftentimes this is like the terrible twosome of G2. They've got to show us why. Opener from NiKo's M4 has brought this one back into a doable round. But look at Krad. What's Krad doing? He's just on this safe rotation. I was wondering if he was going to try his hand at anything spooky with like a mid-lurk, but time's a problem now. You got to get this bomb back under control. NiKo, that's insane.
Did he see?
There's a literal smoke there. And he just spams him right through it. Krad was ready for the reswing. NiKo still spamming this smoke, still doing damage, and time is now the problem. Ticking away from Krad in this clutch. Taps the bomb, hopes that baits a peek, and m0NESY was ready for it. That is a wonderful round out of NiKo and m0NESY. 2v3 as they move into it, and they deliver.
Insane how they win that despite JACKZ getting burnt out. Do you get that bug a lot? Do you hate it when you smoke the molly, but the molly just stays and the smoke blooms?
It's the worst feeling. It's the worst. That's, yeah, it just misses it and it stays up. It's the worst. I'm sure. I know JACKZ is a happy man, so I'm sure he'll stay positive. But that can really that can mess with your mental, especially in a close game like this.
Yeah, 17-all. Anyone's game. Still up for the taking. The 50-50 fight. But NiKo shouldn't go for this. Helion's holding off above the smoke. m0NESY's AWP. Also here, can see nothing. Oh, NiKo, he was doing it a lot in reg. Pushed all the way down yellow. They're gonna molly the right side. Oh, don't jump now, Forrester. There's a top of the head. So close to being spotted, but not close enough. m0NESY sees nothing. They're gonna have to move up A eventually. The smoke's down. They can jump up yellow. That's where NiKo still sits. He's gonna have to back out to the bomb site. m0NESY retreating. And so that space is taken at 50 seconds.
NiKo has a little one-way here. They're just grouping back to B. Forrester's just solo. He knows they have A ramp. That means they have to be pushed off the site. Committing 3, but they're rotating. Hunter's coming back. JACKZ is ready. Popping through the smoke. Knife out. Flashed.
Oh no.
Once he gets the kill. Falls though. Double entry. That's really well played by Entropiq. Alien takes down Hunter. Hunter going for the hero play. That's really rough for them. That's super hard. They'll probably go for it here, considering the money. For next round. m0NESY walking in. This is what he's best at. Combat AWPing gets the kill on Alien. Best sim.
Any more?
Oh, dude, I thought you could spur on another one of these Modesty clutches. Now it's just NiKo. 1v3 and dead on that swing. That is now map point for Entropiq locked in. And mate, I'm glad you highlighted Forrester there. Doing a very good job of just selling them down the river that this was, you know, destined to be a bit of ramp control getting taken. It really did pull the wool over their eyes, right? JACKZ was so unprepared, just out in the open as the flashes rain over. And that was the first domino to fall in the Entropiq round. Really well played out of the Entropiq boys, and man, devastating for G2.
We heard Entropiq get loud. Did you guys do much screaming in your games, or were you on the calmer side?
I remember against Entropiq, I was doing a bit of screaming, yelling, and trying to get in their heads. I think I got a nice round once, and I yelled a bit. So
does that work, or does it just pump them up more to beat you? That's what I always worry about. You see that happen with players.
I think when the other team does it to us, it pumps me up. So maybe I shouldn't.
Yeah. like when Hampus won his game, he's you know, flaming Torsi for calling him dog and stuff like this. A lot of the time, it can come back to bite you. But who doesn't like to scream?
Yeah, it's good fun. It's fun.
It adds a lot more character, you know? Oh, mate.
Flavor of the month, LAN yelling. Here it is, the game. 17-18.
It's not the game. That's the flash. Look at him over on the short side. Modesty posted. AWP raring to go. This is a round he's been waiting for a long time. Just a chance to go back in, take fights at ramp, whittle away at Entropiq. Can he be the savior of G2? They're already past him. They're up ramp. He nails the first shot to Lackey. And there's NiKo helping out at the top of ramp. NickelBack's going to trade it out, but still they left a man down. You got to get past Monacy's AWP. They're actually starting to tuck up through the short side. At this point, 30 seconds, they're committed to the A play. There's a chance at a double overtime here. 3-on-3 inside of the A site, and a late lurk from JACKZ that they cannot hold yet. They can't dedicate the resources to it. They've got to fight forward. NickelBack runs all the way in, but he doesn't know about Monacy. And so we're going to a double overtime affair. Oh my.
Savage, your first cast and your first double overtime. Welcome to the desk.
Of course we got a game like this.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
It's another day in the office. My oh my. Well, we're happy to have you here with us.
I'm happy to be here. This is so much fun.
As we get deeper into the OTs, what happens? Like, what happens to the game plan? Because we always notice things get a lot more brawly the deeper you go. Would you say that's a fair assessment?
Yeah, I'd have to say, I definitely, I think it becomes, once you get this deep in, everyone knows each other's game plan because you've already run it in regulation. So kind of just becomes brawly, throwing out a few things, peeking here, maybe you wouldn't usually, throwing off timings. Lackey walking up, JACKZ gets the kill. That's an interesting play, boosting there. I think that's actually a really good play. That boost's super strong. You can only see the head, so you can catch off the CTs there. Just rough timing, I think. Man down.
Oh, and I mean, you've even got to worry about NiKo, who's all the way down at ramp. He's going for it.
What a madman!
Hello, we're in sync.
Yeah.
That's the man advantage for G2, and that's going to trigger the response. Entropiq, I mean, it's back to these B plays, right? But you said it already, Savage. This is something that G2 have seen before. Maybe they've got a better idea of how they want to respond. NiKo, in this position, was able to get away with murder in rounds gone by. Ooh. Oh, NickelBack tries to go through, tries to chase JACKZ down, will come to regret it. Elian's posted over at CT, and it's not over yet. Still plenty of time to get this bomb down, plenty of time to work it, baby. And now they're going to look to get it planted. Nade, going to do good damage at least. Oh, no, he's gotten out of there in time. Elian snuffed another one out back of the site now, and that's clean, but he can't get past Monacy. And so G2 first in the second overtime goes their way.
Yeah, the info jiggle comes back to bite Elian. AWP was not ready to fire yet, and Monacy's 34-21. Absolute freak of nature. Dear, oh dear. How the hell do you close this game?
I'm not sure. I think you just have to take duels. Just just throw G2 off on their CT side because they already know kind of what's happening. So I think Vertigo is this, it's honestly it's a pretty simple map. So there's not too much complex things you can change up. So it becomes really rough on the T side. Like the CTs can get rolling and rolling and rolling, and you can't do much. So see what they'll do here.
Back for a ramp take, they want to go through, and guess who else does? NiKo, back up to his usual tricks. Forrest doesn't care, he's going for the kills in the site, and he's found m0NESY. NiKo is still here, they think he's backed up, they're waiting on the smoke, but NiKo, he's made steps, they're gonna have to hunt him. Beautiful headshot for NiKo, no way he gets out alive! Oh. He'll take them all with him! A third kill, single-handedly winning this round. JACKZ stops the mid lurk, and Elian, doesn't matter where you go, it's not getting any easier.
Mate, this is so rough now, Elian. I mean, you know, he's going to give it a go. He's going to throw himself into this, but Tech9 and a Dream up on his back and not even going to get given a chance to plant the bomb. He's swung right away. They don't give him the room nor the respect. Phenomenal round out of NiKo, right? And quite the timing too. You know, this is starting to look like the kind of steamrolling that you spoke about, Savage, right? It's clear that they feel like they've seen all this before, and I get what you mean when you say, you know, it's hard to switch things up here on Vertigo. There's very little that's kind of new and fresh that you could look to bring to the table if you're Entropiq.
Yeah, remember when Alexi was 3-19, or he's 17-31. It's not a pretty score, but it is such a recovery. And you can see the push of G2 from what was a difficult comeback anyway in the first place in regulation to get us here in overtime. They won 7 out of the last 8 rounds to do it. And we play on over the top. JACKZ goes 1 for 1, but he sees a little bit more. Has an idea of what Entropiq are up to. There are numbers here. And Hunter's come to fill that void, the boost up, that headshot angle. But oh, nothing worse than making noise. You feel like the game is up. So they won't go back for it. Maybe the other boost. But Entropiq are hoping for more re-aggression. They're not getting it. Hunter's close, but surely he doesn't go flashing in. Alexi doesn't have one. It's not an option.
The thing with his flash is the T's can actually hear it coming. So it can be really sketchy throwing it, because from anywhere around the bottom of the ramp there, you can hear it.
Ah. This is so wild. They're having to fake the A play, trying to draw bodies over, hoping that makes B any easier to get into. And with Alexi winning that opening fight, they might have to go back and join NickelBack, who is on the verge of missing m0NESY timings. He's gone all the way down short. They don't know about him here. They've got no idea that someone's in this position, but they do clear it. Oh man, Entropiq, they didn't believe, right? Crab would have said, or NickelBack would have said rather, there is a chance someone could have hit this timing. And they're aware of that. Just Alexi B, he had a quiet start to this. We've had a road from recovery out of him, but asking him to clutch here is, oh, it's easier said than done. There's a player close at CT that should just have this locked in. Alexi, no real options, no real chances, needs them to overface. And if he tries to go through this smoke, he should be a dead man. Swinging out, it's Elian to close it, and there we go. I mean, Entropiq, they managed to salvage around there at the very, very least, right? Just give themselves that kind of buffer as they're now the ones embarking with a chance for this CT side stomp.
What's the energy levels like this deep into a game, right? Because you already talked about how different the experience was when you're playing not only in a studio with teams next to you, but also with all the cameras and all the moving parts. Like, how do you keep up the energy 40 rounds into a game and not get fatigued?
I think they are fatigued, and I think it's just managing it and still playing well and still remembering your protocols. Hunter full blind, Forrest just straight through the smoke. This is the aggression that Entropiq are coming out with. Like, just if they can shut them down this ramp, they're going to win the next few rounds.
Oh dear, the steamroll continues to roll over Hunter. It's been a while since he's had a kill. He was the guy who got us here in the first place. Krad's taken A. Dude, that frees up so much rotate.
There's just going to be so much attention on this B site now. Oh, Elian, that's a flick, and he's done damage. Honestly, he still stands there, hoping he was going to get re-peeked, and he did, but from a different man. Lackey cuts them down on the B play.
What?
Deal with JACKZ in mid as he gets spammed out, and it's only NiKo now. Minute left to play with, so he's got plenty of time, but
Nope.
they don't give him room. They don't give him respect. It's that ramp flank from Krad that seals the deal.
It's first to 22, right? So either 21-21 and we run it back for a third, or someone's got to double up. Put your money where your mouth is, Savage. Who is winning this game?
I'm sticking with G2. I believed them in them at the start, and I will continue to.
Respect. He sticks by his guns. I'm a call Entropiq.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
But ultimately, who really knows? We're in double OT for a reason. This is up for the taking for anyone still. Forrester goes back for it behind the pillar, just getting flashed out mainly by his team, but it's fine, no one's here to play off of it. NiKo's just trying to make noise. Rest of his roster back at the B site. NiKo gonna join him. JACKZ on a mid lurk. Blackie holding for that headshot angle, and Elian's orb in the right place.
Oh, this is a little different though, right? A mid to B out of G2. I haven't seen them run too many of these in regulation, so are Entropiq ready for it? JACKZ, that's a lovely kill on the rotating players. Now they just need to get past the B hold, and Elian is very quickly the only man from the B hold left standing. Goes looking for this mid player. Gonna try and surge and destroy, but misses the timing on the smoke. They've gotten past him. Oh, that was a chance for Elian. That could have been a way back in, but it's on the second peak that m0NESY gets the better of him. Nade will deal with Hunter. NickelBack still in with a chance in the 1v2, and everyone's so paranoid. No one wants to get that bomb down just yet. More utility scavenged. The Molly's going to force a reposition, and m0NESY on that swing. That Molly actually forced him into NickelBack, and he wins the fight out.
Only m0NESY swings left off of that Molly and not right to cover, right? He could have just easily played it safe. No, he wants the fight. He wants to close the round, and G2 will take another map point, another chance to close out their opponent's pick. This sets them up for the 2-0. Obviously, nothing is sacred, nothing is guaranteed in Counter-Strike, especially not in Pro League, but this is one route to a win, and m0NESY wants to get there.
Beautiful opener, and that's going to force, you know, moves to be made elsewhere on the map. Krad feels an urge to get stuck in. Did they hear that? That is a lot of damage on both these A players.
Forrester got burnt out of that position that he's been playing round after round as well behind the pillar.
They know the AWP has gone here, so they can walk kind of dry lines up ramp, and that's kind of what they'll be doing here. They know that it's towards the B site. Lucky looking for info. There's a one-way.
Oh.
Takes down Hunter. They're all low. Look at their HP though. This is going to be really hard for Entropiq. If they just head towards A here, there's not much they can do, but the boost, this is real sneaky.
Oh, wallbang on the retreat.
What?
They heard the footsteps. They heard him running back. He grabbed the AWP. He didn't last long with it. This is still undecided. They got two players up A. That cheeky boost, it grabs m0NESY. You've got to commit with B. It's all you have. Alexi's screaming for rotations. Help me, God. This smoke has a timer. NickelBack has now locked him into a 1v1, but NickelBack doesn't know he's here. Drops in. Alexi might have the drop. JACKZ has been seen, and Alexi makes a play. Two players left on the boost, and they're both low. This might be it. This might be GG. This might be G2, a map up in the series.
Yeah, Forrester and Krad, man, the walking wounded. They were both tagged up right at the start of the round, and Alexi's not the slowpoke he was when this started. Another kill, saving the day for G2. 14 points of health, the difference between G2 going a map up and this getting run back again, and there it is, 22-20. G2 lock it in, a massively long, drawn-out overtime affair, but they do get it over the line, and man, the resilience from them there is genuinely impressive, right? It was a slow, not a slow start, but like a slow middle, and things